So, okay, next tutorial. Today's makeup is super simple, but I had so much fun doing it. I was actually watching Home Alone earlier today, and I really wanted to recreate that amazing scene where the iron just falls on Marv's face. It just always makes me laugh, and I thought I could maybe recreate it with different cream makeups, and yeah. Obviously I exaggerated it a little bit more than just, you know, the actual shape itself. I wanted to give it kind of a character feel. It's actually part of my 30-minute effects series where I do a makeup in 30 minutes or less. So if you'd like to learn how to recreate this makeup effect for yourself, stay tuned. Okie dokie, so to start this makeup off, I'm going to take a makeup pencil in red. Doesn't matter which brand it is as long as it leaves a mark, because we're just doing a stencil at this point. And I'm going to start tracing out the shape that I want for the iron. So I'm going to try and make the shape of this as similar to the movie as possible, which is kind of an asymmetrical shape. It's obviously got the triangle here and it goes down one side of the face. I will try and tweak the design a little bit just to make it look a bit more gory and fun. So to start off with, I'm just going to start tracing on that rough outline. I'm then going to take a really sharp angle brush, which is really good for blending out straight lines. And I'm going to take my Makeup Forever Flash palette, which is going to be really good for this look, because I reckon I'm probably going to use at least 3 of the shades from this palette. But right now I'm going to use the red cream. And I'm going to take that red cream and apply that directly over the lines that I've just drawn. I can then take the same brush without any of the red colour and I can start manipulating what's already there. So I'm just going to grab the red colour and sweep it to the centre of the face. I'm then going to take the tiniest amount of the black cream from the same flash palette and I'm going to apply that to the direct edge of this line really lightly. The idea is just to add an illusion of depth along the edge. Okie dokie, so then to give the illusion of swelling around the impact site, I'm going to start creating a fake shadow. So to do that, I'm going to use the brown cream from the Makeup Forever Flash palette, and I'm going to apply that really lightly just around the shape that I've just drawn, leaving a tiny gap in between. So we just draw that line really lightly, following exactly the same shape, and then we blend that colour away so that the blunt edge is on the inside. So then, to highlight the area in between the red and the shading, I'm going to use a concealer that's only slightly lighter than my own skin tone. The concealer I'm using is by Graftobian, and it's part of their high definition colour palette. So as you can see, I'm just going straight down in between the red and the brown cream, and I'm going to follow that all the way along. Then, keeping with the same concealer, I'm going to draw the 3 lines that he has on the middle of his forehead from the imprint. So there we are. So then, to make these lines look a tiny bit deeper, I'm going to take the same angle brush that I used earlier and the same red cream, and I'm going to draw a line down the side of these lines on this side of the face. Okie dokie, so then I'm going to apply some of the red cream just to the bridge of my nose, because if the iron was to fall on the face, it would hit the forehead and the nose first. So I'm just going to apply that to the centre of the bridge of my nose and then blend that colour away. And I'm also just going to apply a tiny bit of the black cream just in the middle where the impact would have been, and then blend that out. I'm then going to work on bruising up the eyes just a little bit, not too much though, because we don't want to detract from the details that we've just drawn on. So that there's a distinct line between this red and the red that I'm about to draw underneath the eyes, I'm going to use something different. So I'm going to be using a Kryolan bruise wheel, and I'm going to take the red from that bruise wheel and apply it quite lightly, not too heavy, just underneath both my eyes, and then blend that colour away. I'm also going to apply that to my eyelids as well and blend that colour away. And then I'm going to take a small amount of the dark blue cream from the bruise wheel and I'm going to apply that lightly underneath my eyes and blend that away. And whilst I'm still blending with that dark blue cream, I'm just going to do 2 sweeps down my eye just to really highlight the eye bags. So then you could really stop here, but just because things look a little bit too clean around the outside of the face, I'm going to do a few random bruises here and there. And that's going to be really simple. I'm just going to take the same Kryolan bruise wheel that I just used. I'm going to use a mixture of the reds and the dark blue. I'm going to take a small fluffy brush, apply some red to one area and just blend that out, and then apply some of the darker blue on top of that, much like I did with the nose. It will just help add some more character to the makeup and make things look a little bit more believable. So there we are. I just think it really helps add to the look. So then finally, I'm going to apply a small amount of fake blood to the makeup. So I'm not going to be using much fake blood at all for this makeup. I just really want there to be a little bit of shine here and there. So the fake blood that I'm going to be using is by Fleet Street. This is in their dark blood. I actually got this from the Precious About makeup store. And I'm going to apply the tiniest amount of this fake blood just to the middle of the bruises that I've just drawn on, and a tiny bit on the middle of the nose, I think. Okay, so I wasn't kidding when I said I was only going to use a little bit of blood. Having said that, I do want to apply some scratches, I think, to this makeup as well, just because there's a big area here and here that doesn't have anything on it. So I'm going to take a mascara wand, dip that in the fake blood, and then just lightly brush that over my skin in one straight motion. That should give the illusion of a scrape. That's the plan anyway. So much for not using too much blood. So then I'm going to apply a tiny bit more fake blood just under my nose here, just to act as a small nosebleed, just because you're going to have at least a little nosebleed if an iron falls on your face. And yeah, so that's really the makeup complete. So I'm just going to go sort out my hair and we'll see what it looks like. And there we go. That's my look. Officially complete. So I know this makeup is quite simple, but it's so silly and I had so much fun doing it. I do know the Home Alone version of this makeup is quite a bit more toned down than this, but you know me, I like to over-exaggerate and make things look a little bit more complicated and just fun. Hopefully the makeup came out okay. Obviously you could make it more or less complicated if you wanted to. You could add more details in there. You could add more blood, of course. That's completely up to you. But yeah, so that's my makeup. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. You all know how much I love doing my 30-minute effects, because sometimes it's just nice to do really basic effects that people can take and run with. You could create a whole character up from effects like this. It's just nice to play with makeup sometimes. So thanks everyone so much for watching this video. If you did like it, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe and all that jazz. And yeah, so until next time, bye fluffies!